On the 29th of April 1909, at Eastchurch on the Isle of Sheppey, John Moore Brabazon became the first Englishman to fly an aeroplane in the United Kingdom. Less than 2 years later, Frank McLean provided the Royal Navy with 2 aircraft in which to train its first pilots, and the Royal Aero Club at Eastchurch provided free instruction to naval officers. This was the foundation of the RNAS, Royal Naval Air Service. Towards the end of the First World War, the RNAS merged with the Army's Royal Flying Corps to become the Royal Air Force. Charles Rumney Samson was born on the 8th of July 1883 and joined the Royal Navy at 13 years of age. He was promoted to lieutenant in 1904. Samson was selected from 200 applicants to be one of the first 4 naval officers to train as pilots. Samson was the first to qualify as a pilot and was awarded Royal Aero Club Certificate number 71 on April the 25th, 1911. Frank McLean gave the RNAS land next to the Royal Aero Club's flying ground at Eastchurch on which to establish the Royal Navy Flying School, and Charles Rumney Samson was assigned as its first commanding officer. In January 1912, Samson became the first Royal Navy pilot to take off from a ship when he flew from a ramp installed on the deck of HMS Africa, anchored off Sheerness. On the 9th of May 1912, Samson flew from HMS Hibernia to become the first British pilot to take off from a moving ship. When World War I commenced, Samson and his Eastchurch squadron set off for Belgium, landing at Ostend, where they flew on scouting missions and bombing raids. Samson and his men reconnoitred the surrounding area in cars. These cars, often Rolls-Royces, had iron sheets welded to them and machine guns added. These were the first armoured cars. In October 1914, Samson was mentioned in dispatches for great gallantry under difficult circumstances while attacking a large German force with armoured cars. In response to Zeppelin raids on England, Samson's squadron launched bombing raids deep into enemy territory, bombing the Zeppelin hangars at Cologne and Dusseldorf. In December, Samson took off on the first ever night bombing raid, attacking positions around Ostend. In early 1915, Samson and his squadron were transferred to the Dardanelles. In April 1918, Samson resigned his naval commission and was appointed as Lieutenant Colonel in the newly formed Royal Air Force. Shortly afterwards, he was promoted to Group Captain. In 1926, he took over as Chief of Staff of RAF Middle East Command. After so many dangerous exploits, Charles Rumney Samson died at home on the 5th of February 1931. Charles Rumney Samson, Sheppey hero.